Welcome to Soul Sparked Radio. I'm your host, Mister Anu. And today we got, of course, the rest of our tunes produced Origami beats. This is like water. This is up for season 1, but we just letting it ride right now, getting a little warm up. We gonna talk today about release, and I'm excited because I feel like I have been released. I feel free. I feel like I know that parts of me are not free, so I can go ahead and look back and be patient and understand my own being. I can rest on doing certain things, and I can ask myself, hey, what do you know best? Because I like doing these things, but then I want to do them in different scenes. So that's what we're going to talk about today. How can we take what we feel inside and let it express itself on the external plane? I've been realizing that I like to wake up and talk, but then I realized that I like to talk with any kind of walk. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna give you the lowdown as soon as I can, at least. And hopefully it does everything that you need and that you can see it comes through as a piece. All right. So this is Hope, Origami Beats. Yeah, and I know this sounds different. I don't really know what it sounds like. I know I changed a few things. I feel like it's a little loud, but I mean, is that really bad? I haven't updated myself yet, but maybe this would be what we need, because this shit sounds pretty clean, at least from my headphones. At least from my headphones as I do these things. I'm just trying to bring myself some hope so I can see, so I can be the mo of he, the mo of me, the mo understanding of who I am on an inner being. But I think I know that well, so I gotta understand, I gotta express him. I gotta let him out of his own cage, myself and shit. That is the M-I to the self, that is what I possess. All the energies, the traumas that are stored within my physical self, coming through smooth as I go and switch for a new health, a new understanding of a new step. A new step to a new step, got a frequency coming through on a continual, doing what I do on this groove, making sure I just let it out and just let it come out so we can understand it's like 12 routes, 12 bouts, 12 rounds. Y'all can probably hear like everything in the background, like the back, but we'll see. I wonder if y'all heard that conversation with my maintenance dude. That shit was funny. Because, again, I've heard these songs off of season 1, and the reason why I think that's funny is because there were certain things happening in the backgrounds then, and so like as I'm listening to them, I'm expecting those things, but they're not coming in because it's not the past, but it's the future, so there's new background noises and shit and things happening, so it's just like, So, it's cool though, it's cool. Origami beats. Yeah, I like this. These are AMVs. If you don't know, anime videos, anime made videos or something like that. But what that means is that they put some anime on there and they play a song. And I think that's tight. I'm gonna have to do something like that with these because they're MP3s and this is YouTube. So, or right now we're on a podcast, but if we wanted to put them on YouTube, they need to be MP4. And if you don't know what we're talking about, these are the file types. So if you're looking to do content creation, there you go. There's a little bit of knowledge for you. I'm realizing that people want things, man, and I want to give people things, but I'll be shoving so much shit down people's throats and minds. I realize it because, like, I want people to know shit. I want people to have enough for themselves so they can grow their own shit. You know, I want to give them the tools. And so here's your whole tool belt. Here's the quick tutorial rundown. Go. But people don't want to do tutorials anymore. So, you know, I just got to give them a little bit, I guess, and let them be blessed. I guess. Be blessed. Do you. I'm thinking of you. But I'm on a different move. So, all right, let's see what's next. So this is called Devil Fruits. Origami beats. Yeah. And this AMV here is something I don't know. It got a lot of like flashy, sparkly stuff. It's from '96. It's like a old video off a camcorder. If you know what a camcorder is, that's a mobile VHS recorder. And if you don't know what that is, that's like a recording device for your cell phone separate from your cell phone. And then it gets stored on something that's separate from that. Your phone is like an all-in-one. But anyways, yeah, I don't really know what's going on in this video here, but I think it got the vibe. I think it bring these fruits. I think it do. I think it bring the devil on his move when it groove, because I don't even understand Confucius on this groove. I'm feeling like I'm just spiraling. I'm just doing what I can, cause I can't be here. I can't be there because I'm moving there and now. I don't even know what where is anywhere on this beat. I'm just doing things. I feel like I'm just confused, sane. I'm just puzzled on this beat. I don't know these things. I'm just understanding what I got and and that is what I got. That is this vibe. That is this beat. The only consistency. I'm just doing what I can so I can understand my own land anywhere. Ooh. Ooh. I really don't know what this should be sounding like until afterwards, so it'd be like sometimes we just gotta hope, and other times it'd be like, oh yeah, I know. So, but again, I've always said this, season 3 I've been saying it, I'm trying to get better. So I know the first thing is being more consistent. And it's not that I'm not. I've just had to, do some spring cleaning, go tie up some loose ends, make sure that like other things can happen, because I think this is the fun part. And I haven't really been having too much fun with this because I've been trying to make this shit go, but it's been a lot of things. So now I'm trying to like be great and just enjoy that greatness of being. And that's important because that's a backwards thing and it's hard. This song is called Lucky Charm. Yeah, so I'm feeling like, I'm reaching my own lucky charm. I like that because the feelings that I have on the inside, I'm so much happier in this space because it's a similar place that I've been before, but in this place now, again, please pay attention to how I'm using those terms, but in this place now, in this zone, I have a new feeling about. And so even though it appears to be different, there's lots of things that are not the same. And that means I can take a new point of view, a new perspective, a new mindset. And that's only because I've had enough time to have a emotional change, which is what I call a perspective. Perspectives are things that are always here internally. They don't go away, but they switch in and out. They're like the video game CD to your hard drive. It's the disc to the Xbox. It is the software to the hardware. It is the cartridge to the NES. Either way, we know that we have two parts, and that's what I'm feeling like. I'm feeling like these two parts are now whole. Meaning, mathematically speaking, I've taken what was a whole denomination and I've cut it in half, but then I've reconciled the two into a complex fraction, and now I just got one thing. And so, either way I go, anything that I do, I feel like I've learned, enough parts of me have enough faith in me and each other and the differences of our past and the differences of our projections of the future. And so now in this present moment, I can be accepting of who I am just because I know who I am. And I can say, yeah, that's what he do. And when we start using family, if you have good families and whatnot, families, if you have bad families and whatnot, families, and if you don't have family at all, families, and if you have huge families, families in the sense of friend families, any kind of which kind of family that you have, the idea is you have examples of other people who are close to you. They can relate to you. That's what we call them, relatives. And as we relate to these different people, we're going to see that these people here have aspects of us in them, and we have aspects of them within ourselves. And notice I said ourselves because that is what we're looking at. It is the self that we claim to be. And so I can have a person around me who may be super happy all the time, optimistic, and then that may brush off on me, right? But then sometimes they don't brush off on me. They don't just become them. So the idea is, where did that energy go inside of me if it's not being expressed as the same thing within this person? That's what we have to pay attention to. We got to see how the energy might be expressed over here like this, but then take that same energy and put it in something else, and it might do something different. Again, I can take the same video game called Madden, let's say. This is called Pink Nights. Origami beats. But I can take the same game like Madden, right? And I can take Madden and put it on the Xbox, and I can take Madden and put it on the PlayStation. Why in the fuck are there two different systems? What are the differences if the Madden is the same? Well, the people who played Madden on those different consoles, they say, oh, all right, there are differences. That the setup is different, the layout is different, the presentation is different because they got symbols that are different. So guess what? There's your difference. The energy is the same. It's Madden, whatever. It's Madden. It's there. but it changes from place to place. So you're there, but you change from place to place, which means that sometimes you can drop those yous that you used to be, those selves that you claim as our or myself, ourselves of the past, the myselves of the past, myself of the past, old me. Then I grow up and then my cells divide and they split into oldness, niggas who want to stay stagnant, and then newness, things that want to proliferate and grow. And so, boom, duplicate, making clones for ourselves. But you got to use that energy now. And that's the whole difference, and that's what I'm understanding now. I've cultivated a lot of those different sensations within myself. I've had a lot of those different things pop up in me. And the reason why I say that's cool is because every single day I wake up and I do this, I understand that this here is different every day. Because this here is the same, but what it is referring to is not. And this is how we use words and language. This is the important aspect about talking and communicating and speaking in any which way or regard. There are lots of ways to understand the same thing, and that is what people are not focused on in the current world right now, which is why we see such a high increase in mental health. We're seeing increases in mental health because people are increasing in the detachment of their own emotional selves, meaning they can't reconcile themselves, but they can feel them. We're more sensitive as a society, everyone says it. But that doesn't mean we're weaker. It means that we're aware of more things and we don't have any means because the people before us weren't aware. So that doesn't mean that what they're doing doesn't work though. And that is what this is for. I'm trying to get you to help yourself so you can see which keys go to which doors. And that takes exploration. But you have to explore yourself. Inside and outside too. But when you explore those things, you got to go back to those places and then take a take two. Origami Beats here, and this song is called VHS, like we was talking about with that camcorder. Shit. I don't even know what that stands for, but video holding system, I guess. I don't know. It holds video recordings. Just like movies, old school movies. Disney, even the big orange box, they probably don't even got that shit no more. Anyways, so as you go back and you're looking at yourself and you're trying to find these doors, and then you're trying to find the keys to those doors, and then you're trying to find out what leads to the other side of that door, you got to see you are the door. The door is you doing stuff versus not doing stuff. And that comes from understanding what you're giving your attention to. And it is hard. I'm telling you, all of this stuff here is hard because you want to get attached to. Everybody wants to rest. We all want to be at a restful state. But you have to know how to be at an active resting state. So keep your heart rate up, because if not, you're going to not have a rate of heart. Again, the reason why I say it that way is because that is cool, but you might have a rate of mind in a nurturing scenario. That means you might be too logical in a place where you need more of your heart. And so if you don't understand how to use other parts of you, then if I would have said you won't have a rate of heart, people would have thought of instant death or something. No, that's a loop. When you go from, if I start off on a track at 0 and I go all the way around the track, I don't end back at 0, I end at 400, but it's in the same place. But they're in two different spaces. One space had 0 degrees of meters on the track. The other one had 400 meters on the track, but it needs to be relative, and that's what I'm trying to get you to do. It needs to be relative to something else. I can't just say rate without a heart. Now I got to say, oh, we replaced the rate without a heart. Now we have a rate of mind. Now, again, it's not 0 meters on the track. It's 0 meters ran around the track versus 400 meters ran around the track. 0 degrees versus me having 360. Again, I still need an extra thing attached to that in order to clearly communicate. I have 0 degrees around the track that I've ran. Now I have 360 degrees around the track that I have ran. You have to have more descriptions, and that comes from you understanding more of yourself. How much further can I go? How deep is my health? How deep is my wealth? We say we got deep pockets, but your pockets is man-made. So, where else can you put your perspective on? Something that is not mine, not man-made. This song is called Teenagers, produced by Origami. And I like this because that's essentially where a lot of people are trapped in. People are trapped in their teenage years, and that's because they're fun and they're changing, and that's where they understood that they're always going to be changing, and then boom, they're old. But they're old in mind before they get old in body, and then definitely they're old if they have an old spirit. But that old spirit was once young, because now we're describing it as being not young but old. And since we have that understanding, then we can say, oh, there must be more to this old. And that is what a lot of people need to do. They need to see younger. They need to see in the eyes of a teenager, because they're not a teenager. Just because you see through the eyes of one, that's called perspective or points of view. But that is a spatial location, and it's on a temporal groove, meaning that is a time construct, but on time in different spaces. So east side of the planet, west side of the planet, Mountain Standard Time, Pacific Standard Time. There's lots of simple ways to see these spaces, but they're all spaces among the construct of time. Different geographical locations. Again, I'm giving you more. I'm not just saying different geographics. I'm saying there's different geographic locations. So there's places and places. It is giving you more, so I'm hoping that you can be more clear with what I'm saying, and you can understand that I'm saying a lot of different things the same exact way. And then I'm also saying the same thing a lot of different ways. It is both. I am balancing the two. I'm seeing that I am a mature person. I'm not a teenager, but I can say, oh, I remember when I was a teen. So what is this child actually going through? Well, I was scared, or I was confident, or I was this, I was that. All right, so that's their perspective right now, their predisposed emotional outlook. Then let's listen to what they're thinking, what their point of view, what their perception is. Now I can start to see that self on the outside, that teenager, and then I can relate it back to that self on the inside, that teenager, and I can start to ask myself questions like, damn, would I hang out with this person? What if I was this person? What would this person say to me if I was a teenager too? And that's where you start to build rapport at the level that you need. And you need that level so you can get to a deeper level within you. And that is the mental health aspect. The emotions, they block off mental aspects because we don't know how to navigate. This song is called Sunflower, produced by Origami Beats. And so, as we take a deeper look into our own health, our own wealth, our own pockets, our own psyche, our own cognitions, our own perspectives, when we look at ourselves and then we can see how we attach to those versions of ourselves, then we can look at ourselves as a different version of a different version of something that can be used as a category now. And this is important because think about classrooms. There are certain factors that place kids in the same exact location. That geographical location can have different places within there. Smart kids, athletic kids, artistic kids, singing kids, sports kids, whatever. I think I said sports twice. But the idea is that you got variety in there, but there's something that puts them all together. And sometimes it is not what you see, it's something that you got to know. And that is important because a lot of our mental health has been increasing because people don't know. And it's not that they aren't knowledgeable. People know a lot of shit. We are in the information age. There is lots of shit everywhere. But what I've learned is that it's shit. And that's why I'm using that term, because it is some shit. It's some bullshit, dog shit, horse shit, dingo shit, donkey shit, fish shit, snake shit, whatever. It's all these different things in this world, right? And they're leaving trails and traces behind of their own experiences. So if you're not a snake, why are you following and being led by the traces left over by the snake? If you are a hunter, you probably understand what I'm saying. If you are hunting something, you're looking at the things that they leave behind. If you're interested in something, you're looking at what they're leaving for you. With breadcrumbing, the trails, little milestones. I'm looking at how I can trace and follow. But if I'm not understanding that I'm a horse, and then I need to be looking at the dog so I can learn certain dog aspects, well, why the fuck am I over here with the rats? You feel me? So we got to learn how to put ourselves in the right position, but we got to know what part of us needs correct positioning. And this goes right into like gym training. I like that. I like being in the gym. I haven't been in the gym like I want to, but I've been active, hence the mountain debacle, experiment, fiasco that became a blessing and a miracle. All of that. It was great. It was great. It was tight because I'm still using my body, right? So when I went into the gym the other day and, I'm talking to these people and I'm realizing like I haven't had the practice of delivering my information in a wise manner for this context of space and location. And I'm so grateful for that because I got a chance to see myself again externally. Went into a place, it's all brand new, never done it, it's new. And they're telling me that it doesn't feel like you're new to this. And they're telling me that I'm coachable and they feel like I can learn. And as I'm looking back, it's like I even taught myself, even just driving home, I'm like, I taught myself already this. And I've learned it and I've applied it and I've taught other people, but the context or the space made it strange. It made it weird. But because I'm cool with myself, this song is called Best Friends, produced by Origami Beats. So because I'm closer to myself now, I'm like closer to being me. I'm more friends with myself. I'm like my own best friend. And I'm learning how like to be more of that. And that is to trust in my Most High God. And I say that because that is the epiphany of the epiphany. That is the dual to the dual, because we can understand dual, quads. We can understand that. So there has to be something that is right beyond just that dual, and there is. It's a try, but the try doesn't come from us. The try comes beyond, and it permeates down and trickles onto this three-dimensional plane as us. In other words, the interactions between the genetics, your genes, and how they're in your chromosomes, and how they're constantly moving and being repaired and replicated, that is a fluctuation that is happening at an internal infinitial level. It's an internal infinite, always occurring. But the expression of you doesn't always change relative to the changes internally. Free radicals. So we have structures externally that can also create changes that will influence us internally. And because of that, there must be the opposite. Well, one is the progression of time, or the interactions and changes internal to external. But we can create a new space, a third space, and we can hold that metacognitive aspect, and now we can create an ideal self, and then we can start to see what states of health mentally that ideal is. And that is where we acquire things from the external, and then we use the progressions of our genetic internal to progress into an ideal version of who we are. And then if we can step into that avatar state, now we can enact the avatar externally. But we have to see the internal avatar and can't be afraid to go in deeper and find more parts of that without doing it. You have to take the action. If you don't, you'll always have the energy being unlocked within you, but because it's just energy unlocked, it eventually blends and mixes and becomes something new. It didn't get expressed, so it has to change. And again, sometimes it can change for the better, sometimes it can change for the worse. If you leave your smoothie out, some stuff won't go bad for a while, right? But then if you leave your smoothie out, it can also go bad. Same thing with any other juice, any other food. There's preservatives that you can put into things, and there's some things that just start to spoil automatically. There are just levels to the same aspect. Here's another example. Venom. The antidote comes from the cause. The poison and the antidote are the same thing. They just apply differently. Food is food. It can make you fat, it can make you skinny. It can do whatever. And this is why you have to be masterful of your mind. And this song is called Masterful Mind, produced by Origami Beats. And this is Bleach on the background, I think. Master your mind, just master your mind. Coming through, you just gotta understand it's fine. That is not a thought, it is a feeling. Carry that feeling up in your heart and then get to moving. Get yourself moving to a new self. Get yourself avataring a new kind of self. A new Avo bonus beat. A new me. A new who? I don't know. It's just a Mr. bonus beat. I'm doing what I speak. I'm having integrity so I can see this me with integrity on different kind of scenes with integrity. I'm just trying to be this he so I can see some more of me up on this heat. Yeah. Master your mind. Masterful mind. Origami Beats. So, you thought I was gonna keep rapping, huh? Nope, I'm gonna jump back onto this lesson just for fun. Oh shit, I guess I'm still rapping, but I guess I need to stop attacking myself for letting me flow and just be free because I think it's good for my mental health. And that's what I was going to talk about, going back into the depths of me. As you can see, I love doing this radio show because it really helps you see this is good for my mental health. And people can say, oh, look at this. It looks a little schizophrenic, but that's all of myself. And if you think about it from that way, I would say you just right, but not fold to say it's just this me being talented. And as I be doing what I can, calculating myself so on external shit like mics, like movies, like TV shows, and like these classrooms and what webinar flows. I'm just a doing what I can with expression knows. I'm just a doing who I am as I speak these tongues. Yeah. So yeah, I'm hoping you guys are starting to understand from this episode that when you want these feelings to come out, they've been cultivated in you, and it allows you to heal parts of your mental health because you can rest on other parts. Now I don't need to do this. It's already been reconciled. What's next? But the next should be something that's catered to you. I can't give out and without giving back in. It's automatic. I don't know what song this song is. I don't know what this is called right here. It don't got a name anywhere. Maybe I missed it. Maybe it'll show it at the end. But yeah, we'll get in here sometime. But whew, yeah. I appreciate you guys being here for this. It's funny. Origami just dropped a new song. It's called Listen. That's tight. Yeah. Thinking I'm about to shut this one down. Feeling really good right now. I feel like I got it out. All of those nice little downloads for you. Making sure that you get what you need on this early morning. Or maybe this late night. Either way it go, I hope that you feel like you can shine some more light on yourself so you can shine more bright. And I hope you thank yourself, and I hope you caress yourself, and I hope you spend more time in being intimate with you. Not just sexually, but just doing all the loving, caring do's. And if you don't know what to do, go look, go find out, and go ask somebody what they do. But you don't have to ask them what they do. You can be around them and you can watch their moves. And then you can see how they love themselves, and then you can see how they care for others, and then you can see how they neglect others for themselves, and then you can see how they neglect themselves for others. Pay attention to both sides of the coin, the antidotes and the medicines. Do both. The song is going off and it does not have the name on it. I think maybe it says Stay Wavy Volume 1, maybe. But Origami Beats. This song here is called Gohan, produced by Origami Beats. Sometimes the names stay on the screen, sometimes they go away, and I think I just missed that last song. Dang, that song made me want to go, and now Gohan makes me want to stay. And if you know, Gohan is a character off of an anime called Dragon Ball Z. It's pretty cool because he was a tough little bugger there. Tough little bugger. But he came out on top. He was just the GOAT. He was the GOAT more than the GOAT was. I'm talking about his pops. That was the Super Saiyan first in like a whole millennium, man. But it's okay. He coming as a half pint man. Just a half and half human alien fame. It's okay. He fighting what? An alien. Hey, it's just his boss Piccolo is coming from the hood lanes. But it's okay, he just doing what he do. Everybody got a whole new move coming through. Making sacrifices for the dude. Making my heart space to feel it moving. Now I'm angry, I'm kinda pissed off. But now I do what I can to show off. I got myself in a new avatar state. And now I'm just powering up my whole life, man. And now I see me coming smooth, I be he. Now I understand everybody's perception of things upon his me up on his groove. As I do these things, they like, damn, this nigga is the truth. He is the truth, but I am the truth to the self of who? Myself. It is my life. You the truth to your own my life. That probably sounds better, but it's alright. Yeah, that was fun today. I appreciate y'all for being here. As always, I'm trying to do different things, but hey, as we do the difference, we get products. Quotients first, and then you can get new products. Which I'm about to go do some quotes right now. Doing some divisions so I can make some more products. So appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for being here today on Soul Spark Radio. I'm your host, Mister Anu. Thank you for being here. I hope you found a little bit of solutions for your mental health, understanding, go back, review, and then go find yourself. Peace.